Senator Elliott, Senate Bill 620 is the one, and that you're pushing. I don't know if it's going to come to your committee, the Senate Education Committee, but what is more important, preventing Senate Bill 620 or getting your bill through Senate Bill 553?
Well, I understand why you asked the question that way, but that's a false choice for us. They are equally important. Were they not, we wouldn't have talked about them together, because people need to understand the connections. And because it is not logical for the Little Rock School District, that's Senate Bill 553, it's not logical to still have this district controlled by a state that has demonstrated and is demonstrably unprepared, or if they are, they haven't done it, to make things better. But that's important, because if we are going to get to world class, we can't keep doing piecemeal things, and that's why I said it's not to be indicative of anything. But that's why I think it's a false choice. Both of those things are very important. This district ought to be turned over to the people. Every kid in the state of government should have a world-class education. That's right. Any other questions?
I don't speak for the sponsors, as you mentioned, we'll be in an hour. But I imagine one thing they say about the vouchers is that they're optional. We're not forcing this on anyone. How would you respond to that?
I would respond to that by looking at the whole trajectory of how we have gotten to the point of convincing parents their schools are failing. That's this whole campaign. And so if you are, and we have people, keep in mind now, these folks have people hired on the payroll to go to Linda Chesterfield and say, your child is in a failing school. Don't you want to get out? We have people hired to convince parents that the best thing to do is get their kids out of a failing school they call it, while there are 600 more that nobody cares anything about. That's a problem. And so they just assume, like any parent. I never criticize a parent for the choice they make for kids. I do not do that, even if I disagree. But that is appealing to this parent's love for his or her kid. Because who doesn't want the best for their child? That's not an argument. That would be absurd. But when a parent is thinking just for the parent, I get that. But as a policymaker, it is our responsibility to think about every child. So the very same thing, they allow people to go to Senator Chesterfield and 500 others to undermine everything we should be doing in public policy. That's what I have to say about it. The very people who are supposed to be about every child and say they care about every child are constantly undermining the ability to be this. Yes?
Do Democrats have a plan to block this getting through at all?
No, Democrats, it's not as if Democrats have a plan, because we say we don't have enough votes. What we would do, what we hope is, as a strategy, what we would hope is that since the governor did not listen to us, we would hope that the legislators will. Because sometimes we act as if we are not a separate and autonomous body. I don't blame the governor for his policies he puts forward, but I think the legislators have to take responsibility for making sure we're the ones who have to fund the schools, we're the ones who have to do the study, we're the ones who ought to be promoting that every child should have a world-class education. So I hope they will see the problem with this and say, no, we don't have the votes, but I sure hope the Republicans will join us, because keep in mind, this supposedly is a pilot just here, so we can see if we can spread it other places. And whether it's successful or not, I can almost promise you.
Arkansas Obamacare Medicaid expansion was also a pilot program, and it was.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Arkansas Obamacare Medicaid expansion, when it was first introduced in the state, the private option was also a pilot program. Can you kind of explain the difference between allowing that program to go through and this one?
Well, I would, except that's not what I'm here for. Otherwise I would.
Ms. Joyce?
Yes.
I have a question. So is your primary concern about the 500 students, or is it more that it would undermine the educational institutions of our
It
state?
does both. My primary concern is 500 students, because these students deserve better than what they're going to be getting. Because what we're doing right now is almost making sure everything is mediocre at best, because we keep spreading our forces and our resources. But I'm also concerned about the school districts where all the public school kids are, because we already know these schools are on shaky grounds with all of the funding that has been taken out of them with students moving. And all of the districts in Pulaski County are going to be harmed by this further. And that's my double concern. It's not so much that it's one or the other. Because I keep reminding us, we have to think about policy in a broad way, not just this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank y'all.